Mention of the word home evokes a feeling of comfort and humility. While some people love big houses and the enormous amount of space they bring, for others, the peace and security they feel in this place they call home is more important. Many have had to rethink buying property and struggle with issues like mortgages. But for the world's wealthiest, expensive real estate is nothing compared to their vast ocean of wealth. These are the people who can buy some of the most extravagant and luxurious homes outright. These people redefine the word home without even thinking about it. To them now, modesty is not merely practical, but an expression of luxury and vanity, where they can squander most of their possessions, indulge in unimaginable luxuries, and flaunt their wealth. Here is the incredible home of the richest billionaire, Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos founded e-commerce giant Amazon in 1994. From his garage in Seattle, he stepped down as CEO to become executive chairman in 2021. He has amassed a large real estate portfolio across the United States, from his native Washington state to New York City. According to the Land Report, Bezos is the 28th largest landowner in the United States. He owns more than 5 properties in the US, ranging from 2 adjacent mansions in Beverly Hills to a sprawling estate in an upscale suburb of Seattle. All of these properties are residential. We all know Bezos is one of the wealthiest people in the world. I wonder if it's like to own so many houses. Bezos' 2 houses in the Medina occupy an area of 5.3 hectares. One is a 20,600 square foot 5-bedroom 4-bathroom residence, and the other is an 8,300 square foot 5-bedroom 4-bathroom residence that is rumored to cost $53 million. Bezos also owns real estate in Beverly Hills, California, one of the most expensive neighborhoods in Los Angeles. In 2017, the first Beverly Hills house didn't fit Bezos' space requirements, so he bought a relatively modest 4-bedroom 4,568 square foot house next door to his first home, valued at $12.9 million. His most recent Beverly Hills purchase was the Warner Estate. Bezos paid a whopping $165 million for the 9-acre property, making it the most expensive property ever sold in Los Angeles. The Warner Estate was designed for Jack Warner, former president of Warner Bros. Studios, in the 1930s. Bezos reportedly bought the house from billionaire David Geffen, who bought it back in 1990. Bezos, who owns the largest home in Washington, D.C., bought a former textile museum home for $23 million before the Bezos divorce was finalized. He was a neighbor to the Obamas, Ivanka Trump, and Jared Kushner. The properties also belonged to his ex-wife, Mackenzie Bezos, as any property acquired during the marriage is considered community property in Bezos' home state of Washington. It is not known how Bezos' estate will be divided after his divorce from Mackenzie Bezos in July 2019. Elon Musk, one of the richest people in the world, could easily spend hundreds of millions of dollars on any mansion he wanted. Tesla co-founder and CEO Elon Musk announced in early June that he now owns just 1 house after selling most of his real estate fortune last year and moving to Texas. The primary residence is a small box house he rents for $50,000 from his rocket company SpaceX. This tiny home has some cool stuff like a fully equipped kitchen with a full-size refrigerator, double sink with oven, dishwasher, microwave, and shaker cabinets. Bathrooms feature deep showers, tubs, utensils, sinks, large counters, blacklit mirrors, and sliding glass doors. A 375 square meter living room with huge windows and doors, white plank laminate flooring, integrated ironing station, washer, dryer, heating, and air conditioning, and the promise of extremely low electric bills. Now worth $187 billion, he's no stranger to real estate worth millions. Musk owns a $72 million home in the Los Angeles area. He tweeted in May 2020 that he wouldn't own the house, as he's on his way to no longer owning his own house. Musk has now almost followed through on his promise, selling 6 of his 7 properties. In December 2020, Musk sold 4 Bel Air properties for a total of $61.89 million. He initially spent nearly $55 million on the properties, buying them between 2015 and 2019. Overall, Musk has made about $19.2 million in profits from his home sales over the past year. The only house he owns is the Bay Area event house. If I sell it, the house will be used less and it won't be bought by a large family, which may happen one day, Musk said. A few days later, he confirmed he had put it on the market. I decided to sell my last remaining house just to go to an extended family that will be living there. This is a special place. However, it's unclear whether Musk is renting other homes. Bill Gates is no longer the CEO, but his time as the founder and CEO of Microsoft has made him one of the most famous and richest men in the world, and his house is no exception. Many of the houses highlighted in this video, including the mansion known as Xanadu 20, are actually stately domes. The sprawling 66,000 square foot complex, located on the Lake Washington and Seattle area, on the same tiny block as Jeff Bezos' home, is home to some of the wealthiest people in the world. It took Bill Gates 7 years and $63 million to create this masterpiece. Bill purchased the property for $2 million in 1988, but its assessed value is now over $130 million. When completed, the house has 8 bedrooms, but can be used as a gathering place for the masses. Each room has touch panel, controlled lighting, music, and climate control. The mansion has 25 bathrooms, 6 kitchens, and a dining room that can seat up to 200 people. Imagine getting lost in this house. This stunning residence is just one of 3 of Bill's most notable properties. He also owns a large ranch in Southern California, which he bought from fitness icon Jenny Craig. The house sits on 228 acres and was purchased for approximately $18 million. The property includes a racetrack, guest house, veterinary clinic, orchard, and 5 bars. Gates also owns another horse farm in Wellington, Florida, which he bought in 2013 for $8.7 million. His daughter Jennifer is an avid rider, and they had previously rented the house for their Florida races. Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg, 37, plans to work remotely until mid-2022, more than enough for his $320 million real estate portfolio. Zuckerberg owns 10 properties in 4 locations: Palo Alto, San Francisco, Lake Tahoe, and Kauai, Hawaii. Mark and his wife Priscilla will raise their children in their $7 million home in Palo Alto. He bought a 5,617 square foot, 5-bedroom home with hardwood floors on 0.41 acres in 2011. The year before, he got married for $7 million. The house was built in 1903, which you might think at first glance. Zuckerberg lives a simple life. He doesn't spend all his billions like other billionaires, but it's not the case. The luxurious stick of the house is the stick of Marvel Comics. It's like the AI controls the entire property. Zuckerberg outfitted the house with custom artificial intelligence that voiced Morgan Freeman and a Facebook cannon that fired gray t-shirts. He is also good at buying surrounding properties to protect his privacy. I only say this for privacy. Owner of the Facebook, yes, he heard it right, privacy. He bought 4 30 million houses around him. A primary Palo Alto resident, he bought an off-market property in 2013 for more than $10 million. The Dolores Heights property is 5,542 square feet. He later invested another $1.6 million in a renovation of the home, adding an office, media room, half bath, laundry room, wine room, and wet bar. Zuckerberg lives in Hawaii. He can't stop buying land there. He currently owns 1,400 acres there. He also added a new roof as well as new landscaping. But the Facebook CEO's biggest real estate holdings are 2 properties in Kauai that he bought for as much as $100 million. He plans to set aside 700 acres for lavish family vacations. The lots feature 2,500 square foot of ocean views and a working organic farm. Plans call for a 2-bedroom residence and a 16-car garage complex, which Warren Buffett has dubbed in the Oracle of Omaha. Warren Buffett is one of the most successful investors of all time. He has plenty of money thanks to his knack for getting the most out of his investments. He is so adept at this process that his home is no exception to this skill. In 1958, Buffett bought his home in a quiet neighborhood of Omaha for $31,500 and still lives there to this day. The property is now valued at around $800,000. True to his reputation for modesty, the house isn't even one of the more expensive houses on the block. He says He's happy there and would move if he thought he would be happier somewhere else. The house is 6,570 square feet and has 5 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms. He calls it the third best investment he has ever made. Buffett is currently selling a house in Laguna Beach for $11 million. But don't worry, he hasn't broken the bank on that either. In 2007, he bought a house for just $150,000. Despite all his assets, Buffett prefers to live modestly. Larry Ellison, President, Chief Technology Officer, and co-founder of software giant Oracle, is another famous billionaire not to be missed. He was hailed by the Wall Street Journal as the nation's most avid trophy house buyer. Ellison has consistently invested his wealth in real estate, amassing a portfolio worth over $1 billion. His properties include many homes in Silicon Valley, in Lake Tahoe, as well as 98% of the Hawaiian island of Lanai, which he purchased from Dole Food CEO David Murdoch in 2012 for $300 million. His home in Woodside, California, is inspired by the Japanese imperial style. This property sits on 23 acres and includes an 8,000 square foot home. Ellison reportedly spent $200 million to improve the estate, perhaps to realize his vision of creating a network of ultra-luxury home museums around the world. In this house, you feel like you're in paradise. The Woodside property includes 10 buildings, a lake, a tea house, and a koi pond. In addition to his passion for Japan and the properties he has acquired around the world, he also owns around 20 properties, including one in Malibu worth millions. At least 10 of these properties are located on the famous Coral Beach. Ellison also owns much more in California, including a Rocket Club he acquired for just under £7 million. Mukesh Ambani, the CEO of Reliance Industries, a Fortune Global 500 company and India's most valuable company, is currently the richest person in India and ranked 12th among the richest globally. He holds the title of owning the most expensive private house in the world. His home, called Antilia, is located in Mumbai, India, and has a 27-story skyscraper worth over $1 billion. The mansion is 400,000 square feet and features 168-car multi-story garage, ballroom, 4 helipads, gardens, temple, guest suites, health level, and home theater. It can accommodate 50 people, and 600 workers are needed to maintain the mansion. Ambani moved into this mansion with his wife and 3 children in 2012. Oprah Winfrey, known as the most successful talk show host of all time, leads an extremely lavish lifestyle. Oprah Winfrey has 7 houses. The first home in Montecito, Winfrey bought this 23,000 square foot home for $150 million in 2001. It's located approximately 6 miles from downtown Santa Barbara, having decorated to suit her sophisticated taste. Winfrey knows the house is simply gorgeous inside and out. The massive house also has a large pond with a fountain at the back. She guards her second home on Ark Island. Winfrey's latest purchase is a 41-acre estate located on Arcus Island in the northwest corner of Washington state. She bought the 8-bedroom, 6.25 bathroom, 73,100 square foot mansion that sits on the estate for a cool $8,275 million. According to Velvet Rope, it even has 3,000 feet of private shoreline. And in 2016, Oprah bought a 23-acre Seamere horse farm for nearly $29 million. The direction of the 21st century farmhouse includes a front porch overlooking the ocean, rustic chef's kitchen, a deck of the master bedroom, and a dining area that seats 6. The late Apple CEO Steve Jobs was another humble billionaire. The billionaire and technological pioneer of Apple lived in Palo Alto in a beautiful but modest mansion from the 1930s, built in a rustic style. The mansion occupied half an acre and was 5,768 square feet. It contained 7 bedrooms and 4.5 bathrooms. The house was very British country style, fitting in beautifully with the rest of this quiet neighborhood, and certainly didn't stand out as the lavish residence of a high-tech magnate. Which of these houses do you like? How much can you spend on a house? Your dreams? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave us a follow.